Gotta wake the chain up. Get injected with some power. Pull some strings. And level up like a king.
Welcome.
Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the top. Rizzler energy, presidential, watch the ops. Drip too saucy, got the fit, hitting real different. 1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant. No skibidi, I'm the goat full sharper than a blade. 4 attacks, make these clowns pay for all the shade. Bustin' moves, no mid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Now my legacy hitting, bitch, we spoke. From the Bay to DC, I keep them on their toes. Blueprint, watch the empire grow. Goes through all the fakes, now my circle A1. Moving 100, yeah, this race is already won. Bet I'm dripping, got
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Christina.
Ambition, yeah, making history right here. Ops talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Past the hate, got my foot on the gas. I'm bulletproof, yeah, my aura is built to last. Slack with the plan, moving chest.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue music right here, ladies and gentlemen. Only I can do it.
Level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin', we ain't gon' never stop. No cap, we lit, yeah. Flow on 1,000, 100, 1605 presidential, we found it. Posted in the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. Got the yeah, 100, no facade. Drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. Wow, how'd I do that? Got the vision, HD clear, slap with the moves, turn the dreams into chandelier. I stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor. I'm
just doing what I do.
Trap soul in the
Good morning, Rick.
DC is the town, woke up in the mansion, views from the east wing. Prime presidential, residential, got the poles in the climb, no cap. I'm the vibe, turn the calm in the storm.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Dropping bombs like I'm reading out a song. Ops trying to glitch, but my code is unbreakable. Skibidi through the storm, legacy unshakable.
Wow, how'd I do that?
Got the city in my grip.
True. Good morning,
Make the
Zena.
whole world flip. Busting off the charts, got the game in the trance.
Yeah.
Drip too wavy,
Yeah, make you wanna dance.
level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin', we ain't gon' never stop.
Yeah.
No cap, we lit, yeah. Flow on 1,000, 100, 1600 vibes, presidential, we found it.
All right, let's get this show started. It's Thursday. You know it's going to be a quick and easy show, but you know what we got to do? We got to get in and out like a burger. All right, welcome to the show.
It's like a curse,
Bring it, you gotta bring it,
and I
ladies
can't escape it.
and gentlemen. All right,
It's like deja
let's
vu.
go.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu
Hey, Dino,
when
relax.
I'm flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game,
The head of the class. You hear that, Dino?
You can tell that I made it.
Look at my grass. Cars in the garage, your tank's full of gas.
I play the
Look at Dino, sick as a mug already.
Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. Then the algorithm turned me to a maniac. Shout out to Detroit. Good morning. Good morning, VIP. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Hey,
Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
good morning, Kamira. Dr.
They don't give me pies, they don't text me.
I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Woo! Call me the master with a new whip. Pow!
I'ma take off in
Okay,
spaceship.
here's Dino. Here's Dino right here.
Yes. Shit was radical.
Oh, really?
It was horrible.
Really?
I'm like, Zeus has gone way off.
Oh,
It's like deja vu.
you got me, Dino.
It's like deja vu.
Oh,
It's like deja vu.
I need some tissue.
It's like deja vu.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday. We made it over the hump, and we are now, down to the wire. Thursday and Friday, they're abbreviated shows, so we get right into it. For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? It's quite simple. First H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last and the most important H of them all, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Hey, Dino, I'm talking directly to you. Listen to me. Many of you know exactly what we do over here on this side of TikTok. What we do is special. We hold Donald Trump and his supporters accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. Believe you me, isn't it safe to say that when it comes to dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds and crime, it's clear Donald Trump and his administration, they've hit the jackpot of some sort, and that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to run the country. All they know how to do is terrorize American people, put our lives at risk, and spend billions and billions and trillions of our dollars without giving us anything. It's really taxation without representation at the highest level. George Washington would definitely, he would be rolling around in his grave, and he would actually insist that we could go ahead and engage in a revolutionary war, because what we see happening right now is just a total disgrace. And so with that being said, I'll say this: if there's any Trump supporters out there and you're sensitive like Dino, you know who Dino is. He gets mad at me because I got the picture of this. This is an AI picture, by the way. So, but I did this photo because I wanted Dino to see what Donald Trump is doing. Dino, you see what he's doing? He's living like a king. Yeah. He's dripped in gold. He got his Riz game going through the roof. He's taking Dino's money, and he just uses Dino's money as toilet tissue. You know what I'm saying? While the rest of the country is starving, he's around here building He builds ballrooms. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Dino. He's building ballrooms. What else is he doing? Giving Argentina, here's $20 billion for you. Qatar, I need that $400 million airplane. $200 million for the ballroom. Where's he getting this money from while the government is shut down, Dino? All right, I mean, Dino, I got more pictures that could trigger you if you want me to go ahead. I did this yesterday. I said, maybe this is the best way. Look at that, Dino. That's you sitting outside in the cold with your red MAGA sweater on. I wish they would have put MAGA on it and wrote Dino. But look at this, Dino. He has you out there freezing in the cold, no food, no. He just looks out of the window at you and says, I wonder if I can give another, $151.5 million for a golf course. Where am I going to get that from? I don't think Dino is suffering enough. What about $1.9 million to pave over the Rose Garden? How about that, Dino? Yeah, make sense. W. Zeus. Yeah, Dino. Don't worry about Big Zeus. All right, you worry about why you keep getting played like a fiddle out there, all right? And so with that being said, and I'm so sorry to start off so hot and upset this morning, but Dino really grinds my gears. It grinds my gears when people wake up early in the morning, and what do they want to do? They want to complain about me, they want to complain about you, but they don't say anything about the most dangerous person on earth, Donald Trump, their dear leader. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Donald Trump is the most powerful person on the planet. And y'all can't blame him for anything? Wow, what did he do to you? You know what I'm going to say? Listen up, if you're a Trump supporter and you don't want me to continue to do to you what I did to Dino, leave right now. All right, because it's going to get more and more uncomfortable. I promise you it will. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Dino.
Very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, the doors to the Thunderdome are officially closed. And you know how it goes with the Sparks line. Hey, Michael, you said my feelings are so important. You're darn right. I'm running the show. Your feelings, though, I could care less, because listen up, Michael. I already know what's about to happen to you, and it's all over the news in case you haven't noticed. But before I do that, I wanted to actually address something that's very important. And this message is dedicated to Blaga. All right, because I'm gonna continue to ride Blaga until there's nothing left, right? I put the saddle on Blaga and I just ride it like it's a horse, all right? Because I'm not letting Blaga off the hook for what they have done to us. All right, and so this is tied to the Voting Rights Act Section 2. The cases in the Supreme Court. Donald Trump and his legion of demons, they're trying to gut Section 2 of it. And so what I want to remind Blaga is they did this. Let's listen up, ladies and
Good morning,
gentlemen.
Michael. This case is a momentous test for the Voting Rights Act, the biggest in a decade, and the court's conservative majority here appears ready to weaken protections for minority voters.
Michael, send me a guest request or zip it. Send me a guest request or zip it. I get so tired of folks like you trying to distract us with your little personal attacks against me, Big Zeus. If you got something to say to Big Zeus, get in the box. Otherwise, mods, please do what you wish with him. And that's a huge W, Zeus. Let's get back to the Voting Rights Act, Section 2.
Is a momentous test for the Voting Rights Act, the biggest in a decade, and the court's conservative majority here appears ready to weaken protections for minority voters.
Let me take out the trash real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry to get off track. Hey, Michael, what's up? And I don't want to hear any cursing. I don't want to hear any of that. I'll drop you real quick. What is it you have to say to me? Don't you understand? I'm super upset right now. You know why I'm upset, Michael? Because Donald Trump is trying to gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Do you know what that's going to do to the black vote? It's going to dilute it. It's going to water it down. Why should I be okay? Why should I be okay right now?
I'll give 30 seconds before you mute. But what exactly is the problem? Do you have an ID? Do you have an ID? Is it hard for black people to get IDs?
Is that your question?
Yes.
Let me ask you, what color are you?
I'm
Turn your can you turn your
I'm
camera
kind
on?
of tan.
Turn your camera on, Michael. Let me look at this demon, because
no.
I know you didn't waste all 2 brain cells that you got.
What?
And whatever quality education you got to come up here and ask Big Zeus, the Rizzler himself. You could have asked me so many questions, bro. Your question is so trivial. Do you have did you vote with that ignorance? Did you vote with that intelligence? Really?
Why are you insulting me?
Because that was that's the most I expect. 2-year-old could have asked me a better question than that.
You
can
still
wipe
haven't
your,
answered it, though.
You can wipe your own behind, and that's the
But
best
you still
question
haven't
you
answered
came
it.
up with.
Is
Yeah.
it extremely difficult for black people to obtain
So
the proper
you want to
ID?
get in my box and act like you the police?
Why don't you just
Do
answer
I-
the question?
You want to get in my box and act like, oh, I see a black
Answer the
man on
question.
TikTok. Hold on. You want to get in my box, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I said, these people don't know what's
Hey,
going.
you lasted 30 seconds to mute.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is this. You don't have anything
Bye,
of substance.
baby.
You don't have anything of substance to offer. This is a guy up here pretending to be the police on TikTok. Michael, what I got has nothing to do with what you got. All right. And what did he just get, ladies and gentlemen? Michael just got a first-class trip straight to hell. You see, Blagger, you created Michael in a way, because when y'all decided to cast y'all vote for Donald Trump, you basically said, hey, Michael, go ahead and get the whip and the chain out and do what you've been doing, all right? Get around here and start racially profiling innocent black people. He can't stand Big Zeus. Why? Because I'm a more handsome person than he is. I'm a more lovable person than he is. I'm more attractive in all categories. And I'm actually more intelligent than him. And he just can't believe such a black man exists in America. Well, guess what, Michael? Newsflash. You're very poorly educated. Donald Trump already said it. Smart people don't like him, right? And so you know what that means. There's a big difference between me and you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire. And let's go ahead and send Michael, who used all 2 brain cells this morning. I don't even know if he even drunk any coffee. All right, because that's the most ridiculous and insane question I've ever gotten earlier. Do you have an ID? I got a lot more than an ID, champ. And guess what? You get a first-class trip where? Straight to hell! It's already a straight jacket, and it's not coming undone. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. I'm on a mission this morning.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
Don't ever ask me, a black man, if I got an ID. Actually, don't ask me anything. All right, MAGA? Don't worry about what I got. And trust me, if I need something, I won't be asking you. You just focus on the stuff that you know Donald Trump promised us, which is lowering those grocery prices, right? Lowering my utility bill, making America safe, all right? And doing those things that he said, securing the border. You focus on those things before you start asking me a thing, all right? Now, let me go on and finish doing what I was doing. I don't got all morning to do this. I see I got another demon in the box right now. He said, let me in, and this won't take long, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking out the trash. You know how you do. Iron Patriot, how can I help you? And get straight to it. How can I help you? Yeah. Iron Patriot, you sent me a guest request. There you go. All right. That's
Morning,
what it,
Juice. How are you today, brother?
you sent me a guest request. What's all the extra noise and stuff going on? You voted for Trump?
I'm Blagger and I voted for Trump. I'm in
Okay.
Chicago.
And with all and with hold on. And with all due respect, brother, all right, I'm only addressing the demon inside of you, and I don't need you to start taking what I'm saying personal, all right? Because I understand MAGA men tend to be the biggest snowflakes on the planet, all right? Y'all cry about everything. I promise you, before you even start talking, you're going to start blaming the Democrats. You're going to blame Obama, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden. I promise you, you'll do that. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Hang on
What's
a
your
second.
issue? What's your issue? You're sitting here. They're about to gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act.
Beautiful.
And you don't see it.
In itself, the Section 2 of the Voting Act is
Okay.
racist.
Okay, and this is my point. It was so
Hold on
racist.
a
It was
second.
so racist they had to put it in the books to help give. Have you actually looked up how much this is going to dilute the black vote, bro? While you're sitting,
Our black vote.
I mean,
Listen.
I gotta do it. The crowd is booing you. I get so upset because
You're not
what's your
even letting
highest
me
level?
speak.
What's your highest level of education before you go any further? Because I can't let folks, they're saying DUI. You don't let people drink and drive. I don't want to let folks like you, who haven't really been qualified to do the driving, start driving me around wherever you're trying to take me. So, what's your highest level of education, brother?
I finished college and I'm currently law enforcement.
Okay, what level of college did you finish?
I got my bachelor's in
In what?
criminal-
Okay. So you know better. You
I
know better.
I know that Section 2 in itself is inherently racist. Okay, and on top of that, when you talk about
Let
blaming,
me ask you a question. Do you think black people control the country?
black people have a huge sway in the country.
What percentage of the population are black people?
1-3, baby.
What?
13.
Is 13 100%? How far is it from 100%?
In
This
that's
brother-
nationwide.
So you're going to sit up here and tell me black people run America. Is that what you got in my box, officer, to say? You believe black
So
people
what I can-
run America? What in
what
the
I can
world is
tell-
going on out there?
Can I speak without
No,
being interrupted?
but you're not answering my question.
I'm
I'm sitting
answering
here
your-
telling you, you could go look it up. If it was helping black people, do you think they'd be taking it to the Supreme Court? No. You know that.
In our beautiful, great, beautiful city, Chicago, we have a very large African American population.
Wow.
And in that large African American population, we determine who our mayor is. So, for example, my brothers and sisters voted for Brandon Johnson because he was black, but they didn't know that he was wearing a mask.
No,
he doesn't.
bro, I gotta stop you right there. You can't speak for all intelligent black folks.
Oh, they're
You get what I'm
intelligent-
saying?
They're intelligent enough to know
Yeah.
that they.
How do you know
also-
they didn't vote for him because of the policies he was bringing? You can't just make a blanket declaration, sir. This is what it's like racially profiling. I gotta use it in your turn. Just because somebody has a t-shirt or hoodie on, pants sagging, driving around in a Dodge Charger, it doesn't mean they're a criminal. You gotta quit jumping to conclusions. And it's the self-hatred, brother, that I'm up here. This is why I have to do shows like this. A lot of y'all hate yourselves. And you
No.
can't admit it.
Wrong.
And you would rather go. And the way I look at this is you want to make me believe that all of the black leaders that actually participated in doing things to help advance civil rights in this country, you're trying to get me to believe they was just doing that to have fun. Just to drop a mixtape back in the day. That's basically what they did. There was nothing to that. They lost their life. Why? They was just.
Obama gave
I knew
me
he was.
hope.
I knew it.
Obama, I voted
W
for.
Zeus. W Zeus. And I told you were going to say that.
Hold on.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?
Listen,
I said you were going to
Obama
bring up
was-
Obama at some
Obama
point.
was our listen. As,
Wow.
As brothers, Obama was our chance to actually make a change. That brother didn't do shit but enrich himself. So yeah, you're right about that. He once he dropped that mixtape, it was nothing we wanted to hear. And
I knew it.
with that being said, I would take Obama over any other
I knew
politician
it.
today.
I knew
Okay,
it.
because that man,
I
that
knew
man.
it.
What did you know? What did you know?
Have
what
I
did you
been
know,
wrong yet? I literally
You have been wrong, actually.
I literally Iron Patriot, and you should really reconsider changing your name, because at this point It's so easy. I told you before you started talking, you were going to do this Democrat shuffle, and you would bring up Obama,
And I
Biden, Clinton, the Democrats. And you took a little time, but eventually you got there. So you don't believe Obama helped you at all.
no, especially our city. No. I
Wow.
believe that Obama enriched
Okay.
himself. He went in with $1 million, came out of the presidency with 300 million. So yeah,
So you got a problem with brothers
make
getting.
make
Hold on.
make it
Hold
make
on.
make it make sense.
I'll help you. I'll help you understand. So you work.
I
You
just
work.
told you I'm law enforcement. I'm
Okay.
law
What were you
enforcement.
doing? What were you doing before you started working? Living in your mom's basement, right? You didn't have
Not
a
in the
bag.
basement.
You didn't. You didn't have
I
a
was
bag
living
on
in.
you. Hold on. You didn't have a bag on you before, right? You get a job, you get a bag. Ain't that funny how that works? Ain't it funny how
What I'm what
Obama
I'm
was listen, Obama from Chicago, he was a senator. Boom. He becomes the most powerful person for 8 years. Shouldn't he walk away from that situation with a bag? Or if he goes out worse and he don't got any money, what a disgrace.
for public
So that's not
service for public service
it's not
for
just
public
that.
service
It's not just
for
that.
public
It's not
service.
just Did you hear what I just said? I just said it's not just
That boy
that.
left the Negro community.
Did you hear what I
That boy
just
left the
said?
Negro community in the 90s.
So you're not even
No,
trying to
did you hear what
engage in
I
the
just said?
You're not even trying to engage in the conversation. I said it's not just that. Obama
Then let's
gets
speak.
he gets speaking engagements. He can write books. There's a lot of things. He's ambidextrous mentally. He can do a lot of things to generate revenue because of his position. And he's an intelligent person if you look at his career. But instead of saying, wow, maybe he's not a perfect brother, but let me take some of the good Obama has done and apply it to myself. Maybe even become a better educated person. Maybe I could actually become a public servant and become a better leader and inspire and do things at the grassroots level to actually uplift this country and uplift my brothers and sisters. You want to sit out there in the cut and hate on the brother because you can't do what he's doing. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Iron Pit just knows that he just got cooked. I won't call him Iron Patriot. I'll call him Iron Cook. I don't know where he went, bro. But what I'll do is this: next time you got to come up here with better riz than that. You got to come up here with better facts, data, and statistics. I want to allow another brother, especially Blagger, to get up here and disrespect Barack Obama. And I was waiting for him. I was waiting for him to go to Kamala Harris. He didn't get that far, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in sending Iron Fake Patriot where he belongs. Because he's possessed with the MAGA demon. I think he could be a good person, but not with the MAGA demon in him. Join me in sending him straight to hell. W. Zeus. Thank you, Rick.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Silent, let me get it.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, whoa, this show has gone in a completely different direction. But you know what? We'll do it because it's a random show. I only got an hour, and so what we'll do is keep it going. Good morning, Takesha. I'm so sorry to subject you to that, but how can
Baby,
I help you?
I can't take Black or serious, Zeus. Let me say this.
Talk to him.
Maybe when Obama was in office, most of them was living in an alternative reality. Because I think that they thought when the black man got in, that he was just going to work for the black people.
Right.
And that's where they get it mixed up at. The man was the president of these United States. He wasn't the president of the African American community.
Right.
It's not like he didn't do anything to help the community, but he couldn't do all things
That part.
to help the community.
Amen.
His name is not Donald Trump, who is only working for the people that like him and bucking against the ones that don't.
Yeah.
That's not what a president does.
Amen.
That's not what he's elected to do. Obama was not just elected by black people.
Thank
he
you.
was elected by multiple races.
That part.
So
That
he
part.
had to do for all races. I wish they would stop telling that lie. That man they did then when he was in office.
Amen, 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 amen. Go ahead, Takesha. Tell him.
You have to ignore the ones, Zeus, that got patriot in their name. They got Christian in their name.
Thank you.
They got God in their bio.
Get 'em, Takesha.
You know, because if you got to work that hard to prove who you are, you're not that person.
That's that part. And what do you think about him getting mad because Obama walked away with a bag on him?
Let me say this.
Uh-huh.
If he ain't got a problem with Donald Trump stealing from us, making all this money hand over fist,
Facts.
making his young son rich, enriching his entire family.
Wow.
Then why get mad at the black man
That
for having
part.
some money when he go?
Yeah.
Anybody that get a job, if you still at the same rate when you leave that job, then you had a piss poor performance, and that ain't got nothing to do with Obama. Just because they still got you waxing, Zeus.
Keep up. Keep
Just
it going.
because he's still out there washing the squad cars
Yeah.
and shining the brass on the jail cells, and he ain't moved up no further.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with Obama.
Yeah. And again, when we talk about this brother, ladies and gentlemen, you got to keep in mind, we're not talking about him personally. We're talking to the demon inside.
I
of him.
am.
Yeah, it's the. I was kidding.
I am. Speak for yourself, Zeus. Zeus.
Hey, I
Speak for yourself,
tried to
Zeus.
do it. You know,
I'm talking about him personally.
Wow. Okay, well, do you?
Now
Okay.
stop it.
Okay, get W, Keisha, ladies and gentlemen. It does, because I knew what he was going to do when he got in my box. I told him he's going to blame Obama, and this is what we got going on in the country. A lot of brothers, a lot of sisters do feel a certain type of way about Obama and Kamala Harris. And you just got to ask yourself, what on earth is going on?
You know why they feel like that, Zeus?
Why?
Because they're not political. They don't know what's going on. Most of them don't even know the 3 branches of government. If you told them to name them, they'll go look for a tree. They don't know what's going on, Zeus, because they don't take the time to educate themselves. So guess what? Everything gonna look bad to them. That really was good, and everything that looks good to them really bad. They're
Amen.
confused. They're in an alternate reality,
Yep.
and there's nothing we can do for them, Zeus.
Yeah, well, I do help them when I send them straight to hell on the show. And I do, because you saw he ran. I don't know why he ran. You come up here and you try to make a claim like what he was trying to make. I think he should have stayed up here a lot longer and tried to make it happen. But he couldn't do it. And
Baby,
we
he
know
ran
why.
he ran like an engine in a car when it's warming up in the wintertime. He ran, Zeus.
Talk to him. And we're going to continue to do this. And I don't have a problem talking to Blagger like that any longer, because right now, Takesha, in all seriousness, they're gutting the Voting Rights Act. They're trying to. And you just have to wonder, does Blagger get it?
I was through with him, Zeus, when he said that it was racist. That part was racist. Everything that helps us is considered racist.
But then he'll say Obama didn't help him.
Right.
Ain't that something?
Then after he said that, get what he turned around and said.
Wow.
Did you hear him when he said, but I'll take Obama over any politician running? How? You say he did nothing. Why would you want him again? That man was up here lying.
Yeah.
Lying and trying.
Thank you. Wow. Well,
But go on, Zeus. Give somebody else time.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Takesha a huge round of applause. No lies detected. It's a whatever type of show this morning. We're just doing whatever we can. All right. Let's move it along. All right. Okay. Who do we got this morning? Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Mike. How can I help you? Mike Patterson. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Zeus. I made a mistake. Come up, man.
All right.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry.
Hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate.
Done a wonderful
I
job.
appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, W's. Mike, let me bring up my sister, Renee. Good morning, Renee. I think this is Renee. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the show. How are you? I think I know. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How can I help you?
Well, I just wanted to come on real quick because there's 2 things off the bat that I can think of that Obama did. One of them was he made it possible for your kids to stay on your health care until they're 26, which if you have college kids, it really helps. It makes a lot of sense. And another thing is, for a lot of red states that have rural communities, we moved from California to deep red Missouri, and we live in a town of 5,000. And because of my divorce and everything, it was hard to buy a house. And when Obama got into office, he did something called the Rural Development Loan from USDA. And he made it possible for people who live in small rural communities to become homeowners. They didn't have to have stellar credit. They didn't have to have a huge down payment. In fact, they didn't need any down payment. And he believed that rural communities, if they were able to have a home and own a home, it would build up a community. It would make them invest in their community and have pride of ownership. So he did think about people.
Amen.
That's the difference.
Thank you.
This man who everybody adores, The only reason he has a free pass is because he took something that was once considered to be shameful, which is their bigotry and their racism, and he said, you know what? You should wear it with pride. We are the downtrodden whites, and we're the ones who've been forgotten.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to press one for English, right? These are all the people that were under their rocks.
Snowflakes.
And yeah, so now they feel emboldened. They feel proud. So no matter what he does, he will always get a pass. Even protecting pedos, he will get a pass because he validates their hate and division and racism.
Wow.
So
Did you say what I thought I heard you say? You're telling me that MAGA Republicans, and I'll throw this in there, and I could be in trouble, but I'll say it, BLAGA, they are protecting pedos? P3?
Absolutely. Ask yourself why we've got a month now that this woman hasn't been sworn in, because they know that the other shoe is about to drop and everything's going to come out and they don't know what to do.
Wow, imagine. So what you're saying is a lot of these voters are going to wake up one day and realize they voted for a P3DO.
Yeah, but they'll still excuse it. They'll still have some kind of twist.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
In the
remember
name of
this.
Jesus possibly too. They'll probably
Yeah.
say Jesus made them do it. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that what they don't understand is the whole line about giving health care to illegals is a crock. And the bottom line is, Mike Johnson said it yesterday, they want these subsidies to expire. So everybody who's on the ACA who got these subsidies, who's paying a premium, the Democrats are saying these people are not going to be able to afford their health care. Democrats care.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're trying to make sure. And what's Mike Johnson saying? Oh, in December, we'll talk about it. People are already getting their notifications now that their premiums are going to triple.
Yeah.
What are people going to do? They're going to have no health care.
Boom.
The Republicans don't care. This is the only leverage Democrats have. We have no power. This is it.
Yeah.
So we relinquish that. They're not going to come back to the table and negotiate for Americans' health care. And they know it.
Yeah. And to your point, I don't even think at this moment they want to open the government because, like you said, the moment they open it, they get the 218th vote, the whole thing comes crashing down.
Yep.
So this is better that a lot of Trump voters, and let's just be honest, are there Trump voters getting that credit with the Affordable Care Act, and the COVID? Are
Absolutely.
There you go. There you go.
And also, just remember this. This is a double beautiful thing for Trump because he gets to blame the Democrats. They get to strip health care from Americans, which they hate anyway. They don't want us to have it.
Nope.
And Trump gets to be the lawlessness that he loves so much. He's a lawless man with no soul, no conscience, and he gets to bypass Congress, which he hates. He gets to be the king and fire a bunch of Democrats. When he says he's getting rid of Democrat programs, do you know what that means? Programs for Americans, because Republicans don't have programs, people.
Yeah.
They're American programs. They're special education. They're programs that we use every day. He's gutting. This was their plan all along, and you were lied to under the guise of your racism being validated. So you sold your country out for your hate and division. And you know what? It's fine when it's at everybody else's doorstep, but it's going to come knocking on yours too, and it's going to be too late.
Who is it? And I know Dave's here. It's me, racism. Come on out, W Renee. And it's coming. It's coming your way. And don't make... You're telling the truth, God, honest truth.
One last thing, and then I'll drop. Because I listen to you every day. And I just got to say this. We were all Americans before Trump. We will all be Americans after Trump. But what kind of Americans will we be if we give up the fundamental purpose of humanity? We cannot hate each other because that's the only way he has power. He only has power if we hate each other, people.
You're right, Renee. You're so right. But it pains me, I'm going to be honest, because I've been going, and maybe I need to check in with the therapist about it at a certain point and talk to it openly and say, listen, I was trying to be, a human being, a decent one when he was the president the first time. And then, you know what, after Biden came back in, I said, you know what, we might have hope. But then round 2 came, and I thought they had learned their lesson, and I'm going, they haven't learned their lesson, and now I'm finding it very difficult. I'm personally struggling to bring myself to where you're at, but I know what you're saying is right. But I'm
not there. I'm not there. It's an ideal.
Yeah.
I'm angry. I'm ticked. I'm ticked off that people are pissed. Excuse my language, but people are mad that a person with food stamps is buying a pack of Oreos, but they're not ticked about everything Trump and his family are doing to line their pockets on the backs of Americans and lying to us. You care about the wrong things, and that's what he wants. Because it's like pickpocketers. They
Yeah.
work in teams, right? They work in teams. You go to another country, whatever. One person is the distraction, and the other person reaches in your pocket. That's what Trump is doing. He's doing that.
W. Renee.
You're all getting your pockets picked, and you're fooled. But wake up.
Yep. Fleecing the flock. Trump is fleecing the flock, and they love it as long as they can hate on you, me, and the rest of the Democrats. It's the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. But listen, Renee, as always, I got to give you a follow, all right? And thank you, honestly, so much for coming up here and telling the truth and shaming the devil. We need more folks like you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Renee a huge, huge round of applause. No,
God bless y'all.
God bless you too. No lies detected. All right, yes, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. All right. I mean, now you've heard from real Americans. Democrats are so corrupt. You can't even spell "so" correctly, Viper. Get a dictionary out or a thesaurus. All right. Lady Boss Monet. Where did Dame go? Where's Blagger at this morning? Because they know I got what they need, but they gotta come up here and get it. All right. That's a huge W. Goose. Dame, where'd you go? I saw you. You wanted to ask some questions of Renee, and I want to make sure we leave you with whatever you came to get this morning, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dame right here. You know him. He says everybody wants to be Dame, but they can't be. I love it. How can I help you today?
I just found it. Can you hear me, Zeus?
I can.
Good morning, man. I just find it crazy that you guys still having this TDS fest after all this time and after all these good things Trump is doing.
Okay.
That lady that just came up here should be ashamed of herself for putting the government shutdown on the Trump. Okay, when the Democrats clearly can open the government if they want to. She's going to make the assumption that the Republicans don't want to sit down, but the Republicans sat down and worked with that Biden administration 13 times to work on 13 different resolutions. These same white supremacists, aka racist Republicans, they was able to work with them last term. So why can't you guys do the same thing?
Wow.
And why are we still talking about like stuff like why are we not talking about good things, Zeus? Do you understand some of that tariff money is going to mothers and kids for the WIC program? Do you like that?
From what I understand, that the WIC program is getting shut down because the government shut down. That's my understanding. And so,
okay.
Let me just say this. How does him giving $20 billion, now they say it's $40 billion to Argentina help us? You could use that money to pay for the people that they're saying are trying to get on the benefits illegally that clearly aren't. But you could have used that money and took care of that. And guess what? Government open. How does $400 million for an airplane from Qatar and then putting an Air Force base in Mountain Home? How is that America first, Dame? And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. All of this talking about what, we can argue about. When are the grocery prices going to come down? When is inflation going to come back down? When is unemployment going to start heading in the right direction? When is the economy going to start growing? These are the things that Donald Trump. No. It contracted in the first quarter, and then they did a little of that, and then at this point, I just don't even trust his numbers anymore. I go off how I feel. I go to the store and I look at the price of the ground beef, and I go, "Oh, okay, so we just taking all of Zeus's money in here. I only came in with 20.
Ground beef was up 28%.
I came in with $20, and now I'm going, oh wow." They just gonna take the whole 20 for the beef? Okay, it wasn't like this before, and he promised us he would do that, and I haven't even gotten to my utility bills, and I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna blame the government. You're gonna blame California. You're gonna blame Joe Biden, Obama, Kamala, and the Clintons, because Donald Trump is lying, and we all know it, Dame. And then you sit up here and you say, well, where's the good? And I go, are you aware your vote is about to become weaker? Are you aware of this?
That's not true.
Oh, okay. So you haven't looked into the Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act thing that's going on at the Supreme Court level.
Supreme Court, yes.
So you're aware that, number one, your vote, it's already weak. It's already weak, bro. All right?
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
So they do this. They get rid of they gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. And they're saying, it could drop a percentage point in terms of the national average of black votes and our impact in elections. It could drop by maybe 1 or 2%. How do you feel about that? Because, there was a point in American history, we were only considered 3/5 of a person, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
We're going
Yep.
back towards that direction. How does that make you feel? And then I want to add this to it. It's happening because of the person you voted for.
Okay. Which one? Which question you want me to answer?
How do you feel knowing?
I don't feel. I don't,
How do you feel knowing Donald Trump is trying to weaken the power of your vote and your voice, while at the same time robbing you blind? That's the good question, right?
That's what I feel the Democrats are doing by bringing the illegals in. Bringing the illegals in does that. Just that.
I literally predicted you'd do that. I literally said he's going to bring up the Democrats.
I'm just saying,
Obama,
that's what they
Biden.
do.
No.
Bringing the illegals in, bringing in a bunch of illegals, Zeus. That
they're undocumented
directly
people.
impacts.
Listen, they're undocumented people at best. But I'll say this. Trump is giving 40 billion to Argentina. That's like giving a bunch of undocumented people $40 billion. That's how I look at it, right? You telling me?
Do you know all the billions they gave to Ukraine? Why do y'all keep talking about that little money, man?
It's a little.
You got Biden gave so much money to Ukraine. He gave reparations worth of money to Ukraine. What are we talking about?
Wow.
For certain, like even in you looking this bill, bro, this bill right now still wants illegals, funding for illegals.
Why you gotta say
This
illegal?
bill.
Why can't you say undocumented? Put some more respect on these.
I'm sorry.
People.
How
These are
about this?
human beings.
In this very well, if I go
They're
to Mexico,
human beings, aren't they?
and if I
hold on. Are you a person?
They are.
You believe
they
in
are
God?
God's children. They are God's children. Absolutely. They are God's children.
So, do you want anyone calling you illegal as a black
If
man?
if I go to Africa, if I go to Colombia without my papers, yes, I am an illegal in that country.
Wait. Do you want anyone calling you a criminal?
If they're
because you already got. Listen, we already got enough pressure on us in this country with just being black. Do you want the extra burden of that added to it, brother? I mean, come on.
All right, I'll say non-citizens. Okay, the Democrats still have a non-citizen. They're keeping all of these people from not eating. All of these government workers for partly non-citizens.
No,
like,
that's not
why?
true. No, if you could open up your mind just a quick second. And
No, Zeus. I'm gonna just ask you in short form.
Okay.
When illegals go to the emergency
you did it
room,
again. You just said you wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, my bad. It's just natural. That's just my bad.
The hate inside of you.
When undocumented citizens go to the emergency room, do they get care in this country?
They should.
Okay.
They should. And I'll tell you why, Dame. I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
You know how you heard of the Black Plague and stuff like that, and you heard of C-19 and stuff like that. Diseases, they believe it or not, when a disease enters the human body, they never go, are you an American citizen? Are you black or white? It just goes, right? Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And so let's just say an outbreak happens in the area you're in. For instance, right now in South Carolina, and I don't know if you've heard about this, there's a measles outbreak happening. You got folks out there that say, oh no, we don't need to be vaccinated. Our DNA, but let's just be honest. If the solution to keeping that thing contained means we got to start vaccinating the entire population, wouldn't it make sense to also vaccinate just everybody there? Or do you think you should only vaccinate American citizens, right? Which basically continues to make the problem exacerbate because you're still going to have a bunch of people out there that are unvaccinated. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's in our national, this is to me, honestly, it's a national security matter. Because at the end of the day, if there is a serious health outbreak, I don't care who you are. You better nip that in the bud so I don't have to be subjected to whatever the heck you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
yeah, I
understand
what you're saying.
Thank you. All right, so I'll give you a W for that, Dame. You actually opened up your mind and you let me come in there and cook, and I made a nice little gumbo dinner for you. All right, I appreciate that, and that's how I see things. It's really always going to be about your moral compass and what you truly believe in. And what really bothers me, what really pains me, is I'm a man of principle. And I believe you should be a man of principle. And when we put you in moments that really challenge that, that's when I should see your true character, the true animal, the true man come out. But it never comes out with MAGA. It never comes out. Because they'll pivot, and I've predicted this. Tupac, he predicted
I want this
Tupac.
I want this country to be rich enough, Zeus,
It
to
is.
be able to take every undocumented. See, I did it that time. I want this country to be rich enough to take every undocumented. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it to the end. 3 out of 8 American kids go to sleep hungry. It doesn't matter their skin color. It doesn't matter. Poor is poor. It's all about green, man. Green is the new social dictator in this country, and until you guys off the Democrat side understand we're steady going to be back and forth. That is not a black and white thing. It's a green thing at this point.
Wait. So you
If
believe?
I want to be able to. I want to be rich. I want to live in a country that's just that rich to say anybody from every country just come on over, no papers, just come on, go to the emergency room whenever you get sick. We got the money for it. It won't hurt.
Now you're being funny, and you're not a good comedian. You're not. I'm a better Rizzler than you is.
Zeus. My mother was a teacher for 20 years in the public school system, and she never had a classroom under 30 students. If you add undocumented kids to this, okay, what is the odds of these kids getting an adequate education? They're American kids. It's not their fault that they're in an underfunded, Democrat-ran, grimy school system. So now, and teachers like my mother would have to
Remember, Dame, earlier.
And that's what Democrats do.
Because I have to
real
slow
men.
the hate.
You just spoke about real men, Zeus. Real men let other men finish.
I had to stop the hate you were spewing out.
Ain't no hate. That's facts, bro. Facts is not hate, man.
And I know you don't think it is. Right? Because, listen, when I was a child, I thought as a child.
Hey, Jesus wasn't always.
Hold on.
When he told people stuff, Zeus.
Well, he was speaking to
You're
the right
insinuating
audience.
that the only way to relate
He was speaking
conversation and relate
Jesus
stuff,
Christ,
like Jesus Christ wasn't always sweet.
Oh, wait. You can actually make that claim, but you really couldn't back it up because Jesus had a lot of compassion for the undocumented
He did,
people.
but he still was stern in his word. He wasn't pandering to bullcrap.
He had a
like
lot
you
of
do, man.
compassion for the folks that were in need. He came to heal the
But
sick.
once you
Hold
knew
on,
what was right and wrong,
Dame.
he had little
He
patience
came
for you,
Dame,
bro.
he came to heal the sick. He didn't come to heal the physicians that had already been thinking they had made it. He didn't go for the scribes and the Pharisees. He came to help those who were in need. And in these scenarios you keep conjuring up, it's real clear who's in need, and it's the undocumented people. Okay,
It's
hold
the
on.
American people, bro. What are you talking about? American people are in need.
Remember, you just said there's a classroom full of 30 students. So I'm assuming you're acknowledging that there's Americans in those classrooms that are getting help. But your issue is with the ones that you consider are undocumented. You don't think we should help them. And going back to my last...
it's not that we should.
Hold on.
We can't. We
Hold on. Dane, hold on. Going back to my last example about if there's a health crisis, I don't care who you are. Help them so that the diseases that are spreading don't get back to me. What you're not connecting the dots is this. In this country, in the United States of America, a lot of immigrants have made major contributions to this country. So where do you think those contributions begin? When they're children. If you're investing in the youth, that does make America great. And if you only limit it to one specific group of people, Americans, and you negate all of the talent that's out there, you don't get these great companies. You see them Google. You click the CEO. You don't get the Albert Einsteins out there. You don't get all of these wonderful people doing things at these various companies like Tesla and Twitter. They call it X now. All these medical breakthroughs. You don't get that because your mind is closed off to what's going on in the world. There are a lot of advancements. There's a lot of great technology that we've gotten from folks who are considered immigrants in this country, and maybe at a certain point they were undocumented. I mean, if you look into Elon Musk, for example, I think he overstayed his visa at one point. So this one-size-fits-all approach is bad for America. You get what I'm saying?
So the hell with people, right.
So if we can apply it in the medical, if we can apply it in the medical sense, you got to apply it in the economical sense. You can apply it in the national security sense. You can apply it across the board. That's why I focus on your
stop
belief
acting
system.
like it's not. Stop acting like it's
and
not
then
a
the
group
money.
of people that's affected.
And then the
by it.
money thing. I want to talk about the money thing because if you add this up, 20 billion to Argentina, 400 million for an airplane, 200 million for a ballroom, $45 million for a birthday parade, 151.5 million in golf course outings, 21.7 billion to Israel, 1.9 million to repave the Rose Garden, and all the other scams Donald Trump has done. I believe whatever concerns you have about crowded classrooms and healthcare costs, I believe there's a lot of money to cover all of that if you really want to get down to the brass
Now,
tacks.
can I do my list from the waist from your side? Matter of fact,
That
let's
was
go to
no.
this bill.
Oh,
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Isn't that enough money to take care of the problems you're upset with?
And the
And you
money
could-
that Biden sent to Ukraine is enough to give black people reparations. The money they gave to illegals in New York is enough.
You
to give
did it
black
again.
people
You did it
reparations.
again, Dame.
And why y'all not mad at that?
Dame, you did it again.
Why
You
are we not
you said
angry
the
at
word.
that?
You said the wrong word, and again, every time you go back to Biden, Obama, and the Democrats,
Because you can't skip all of that money that they wasted,
and
bro.
I'll just say this:
They
Dame,
gave billions to
Dame,
Israel. Come on, man.
Okay, I'll just say this: if you're going to use the
do that.
Democrats, then just be a Democrat. Don't be a watered down Democrat. If you're going to use what the Democrat, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm giving you information. I've never once brought up George Bush. No, I'm just talking about the person doing it. I don't go and bring up other folks to make a point. No, but if you're going to do that, then just give me the plug itself. I don't need to go through you. I'll go straight to the plug, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Why go through you to get the same thing you're getting?
Guess what? Yeah, that money went there, but guess who got $500 million 2 weeks ago? HBCUs in this country. And guess who that came from? Trump. 500 million. So can we at least be honest and talk about the money that he
I
is
don't know
put
personally.
to Americans?
Hold on.
Americans first.
Hold on.
500
hold on.
million HBCUs. Yes.
I don't know anything about that, Dame. And again,
Of course you don't. You have a
and-
hate Trump
and-
algorithm. Everybody in this chat hate Trump. So y'all are blocked from hearing good news about Trump. And that's very dangerous. You guys have an algorithm to where great news about this country that Trump doesn't even fit in your algorithm. And that's
Okay.
scary, bro.
Okay,
You
well,
guys are like
so
extremists.
What
And it's sad, man.
we've covered is health outbreaks and the danger that poses to the American people. What we've covered is Donald Trump basically ripping the
Look at
American
your
people.
chat, bro. Look how ignorant, man.
No, hold
Made
on,
up
hold on.
figure. Made up figure.
Yeah,
These people
yeah.
ignorant, man.
Because Dame, here's
They don't
the-
have any
Dame,
kind of like.
Dame, here's the
Man,
reason
they're
why
so
they're not,
low vibrational in here.
Here's the reason why they're not falling for it. So this photo in the background.
Because they don't read.
No,
Zeus.
this
It's
photo.
a simple read. He
this photo.
redirected
No.
funds straight
This
to
photo.
HBCUs in this country.
No, this photo in the background. I wanted folks like you to see it because this is why we're not falling for it. This man is literally every day adding a new gold ornament to the Oval Office. The man believes he's some sort of King Louis reincarnate. All right, every day he's leveling up, adding more gold to his entire repertoire. You know, and outside you see what's really happening. People are starving. People are cold. People don't got help. And he's looking out saying, I could care less. Let me figure out a new way to get some more
Nah,
gold.
he looking out saying, oh.
So when you bring up this narrative about HBCUs
narrative.
getting some money,
Ain't no
I'm
narrative.
like this.
I see black people posting videos from dangerous
Jesus
neighborhoods all around this
All right.
country saying, Trump, I see
All
what
right.
you're doing in Memphis. Please come
All right,
do it
listen,
in my
listen.
neighborhood. That's what I see.
I got
I
8
see people
minutes
from
left.
I see black people
I
from
got 8
Atlanta.
Hey,
Y'all,
I got 8.
Hold on, Zeus. Let me finish. I'll let you get it
I got-
off on mine, bro. I'm gonna be respectful.
I got 8
a black
minutes, but
woman
go.
went viral on Memphis, and from Memphis, she wrote a video. She said, "I don't even like Trump. I'm not political, but I've never saw my neighborhood so safe in 30 years. I've never not heard pew pew shots in 30 years." And you know what black people did? They didn't say that's good, man. You know what everybody did? They
What?
jumped on her as if she
Yeah.
was campaigning for Trump.
Bingo.
And that's the ignorance that this chat is. This one of the most ignorant. Like you, I like you, Zeus. You're a smart dude, but
You can't talk about my people. They're booing you, Dave.
Well, they
You can't
ignorant.
talk about
They
these
ignorant.
wonderful people that come up here
Nah, they
and actually they'll be out here helping defend democracy. And even in a way, you'll benefit from us fighting to save democracy. You can't talk about them because, yes, there are a lot of black crisis actors. Yeah, and you possibly are. I like you,
Oh
but
my
you're a
God,
crisis
this
actor.
is a joke. This is a joke.
You are a
Zeus.
crisis actor because literally we're talking about our voting rights being. Yeah. You guys are a bunch of snowflakes. Y'all cry about everything, and then at the same time, Donald Trump is ripping you off. You are, because you're gonna really tell me you watched one video of a black person supporting Donald Trump. You're a black person, you're supporting Donald Trump. Something's wrong with you.
Know
Something's wrong with you.
Do you not know the black beautiful women that Trump talked about in Chicago?
No.
Who you think he was talking about? You think he was talking about one woman when he said beautiful black women?
Where they at?
Where they at? He was talking about one woman.
Did he invite them to the White House?
in Chicago.
Listen. Did he invite them to the White House? Did he invite them to the White House?
I'm pretty sure he did.
No, I haven't seen him do a press conference with nan black woman. So stop it, Dame. You keep falling for it. He hasn't even invited you. And then he invited some Latinos for Trump to the White House. And then guess what he did? He canceled Christmas. Government shutdown. He don't want to be around you. He just took that money. He take your money.
Zeus, I don't want to be around another man. I just need him to do what he needs to do and what he doing and what we voted for. Right. And that's for him to get illegals out, bring God back in this country.
He can't do that, Dame. He can't do that.
It's that simple.
He does. Listen. He can't bring nothing but another. He can't bring God. He only brings demons. All right. And so don't get up here and disrespect the good Lord like that, Dame. You know better. I gotta move it on, brother. All right. But there's, I only got 5 minutes, and I think the audience has decided your judgment, bro. It was a nice discussion, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I already know, but unfortunately,
you're live.
I'm so sorry, Dave, but you got to go, bro, because I got to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it is.
Silence, you MAGA.
And that's another huge W. Zeus. Alrighty then. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta bring up the next panelist. Oops. Oh my goodness. Wow. Who do we got? Good morning, Jasmine. How can I help you? Are you there, Jasmine?
Yeah, I had a phone call coming in. I just want to say this real quick. Okay. Hopefully you can cover it. Just found out that Donald Trump wants to shoot off missiles from the boom booms from the California Pacific Coast.
Wow.
On the same day as the music festival Saturday.
Wow.
To counteract the protesters into California.
Wow.
Just found this out. So I just wanted you to touch on that. I'm going to jump off. I wanted to tell you that.
Thank you, W. Jasmine. And what I'll say is this. Another example. This is another example of how much Donald Trump hates America, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. And this is why we got to do the wonderful things we do on this show. We got to get the truth out there. All right. If we keep this up, I might be able to get, 4 or 5 more people up here before the show ends. Good morning, Shay. What do you got for us?
Hey, good. How are you, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. Just another day in the kingdom, taking out the trash, and you know how that goes.
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole thing about the missiles and shutting down I-5 in California, this stuff's getting nuts.
Yeah.
It's just showboating, and I don't understand. Like you said, Dame is so lost. It's crazy to me.
Facts. Yeah.
I mean, when he, they sit here and go, why aren't you praising Trump? There's nothing to praise him on.
Thank you.
I don't even understand why you think this is okay when you're not even willing to look at the value of the dollar right now. I don't, the economy is sinking. Farmers are struggling.
Bingo.
And it just, I don't, it makes no sense. And you've got the young Republicans.
Yeah.
With these racist tweets and group chat that we would never know if someone didn't expose them. And you got the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, basically saying, oh, don't pick on these kids. These aren't kids.
Yeah.
These are grown adults.
Thank you.
23 to 32.
Thank you, Shay.
What in the world are we talking about? He's like, but, he's like, well, let's not let these, these texts ruin a young kid's life. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
People that quoted CK got fired from their jobs.
Oh.
What happened to that? I'm sorry, but we're not supposed to go after people talking about crematoriums and using the N-word.
Yeah.
Saying, I love Smittler.
Oh. That part.
Well, we can't cancel these people, but somebody that just literally quoted CK and things that came out of his mouth lost their jobs.
You know, you brought it up, Shane. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah,
You know who this is. You know who that is.
Oh my God.
You know who that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shay brought it up, but I just kind of put it on. But that's what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, this is the future of the Republican Party. We've been calling it out over and over, and you guys are like, all y'all talk about is racism. We're talking about it because it exists. We've seen it. We've heard it. We've been told. Every time. I don't know how many times the N-word's been dropped, and it's never from a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like, we know this is happening within their side of the party. And then you've got that young staffer in the Congress's office from Ohio.
Yeah.
How's he allowing an American flag with the German symbol of the Smazis in his office on the walls? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're just allowing that to be on the walls of your office? Like, this isn't, y'all, this is not, like, coincidental when we're seeing this stuff. It's not.
Tell him, Jay.
It's all talked about. In fact, it'll come to me. The guy that used to be head of the RNC, the black man that's now, he's on, yes, Michael Steele, literally talked about it yesterday, that they absolutely have a narrative that is going on to whitewash this country. And there's a lot of racism. That's why he stepped out of it.
Smart man, and I hope Brother Dame follows it. But listen, Shay, Big Zeus has to get it.
Yes. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody.
Oh, look at Vegas girls here. Okay, thank you, Shay.
Oh my Lord, not Vegas girl.
Yeah, she's here because she wants some of the kibble we be handing out. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, love you,
Shay. All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Big Zeus has to get up out of here. I'm so sorry. Like I said, it's been an incredible show, but as always, we have more to do. You know, we got Donald Trump right there looking like Mussolini, all right? Because that's what these guys are. They're nothing but a bunch of fascists, all right? And look at that, you got DJ here. But ladies and gentlemen, in all seriousness, Big Zeus does have to get up out of here. I'm so sorry. I hope you all truly, truly enjoyed today's show. And Dame, I hope you understand, in Donald Trump's world, you're nothing but one of those peasants. Notice there's no black ones in the photo, Dame, because you're not able to get in the photo. You got to get in the back. All right, hold the door open, W. Zeus. I want to thank every single one of you, especially my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. We came in, we kicked butt, and then we got up out of here. We cooked and booked like no one else, all right? But I also got to give one last round of boozer shame, and you know this goes out to all the Zeus haters out there, especially the MAGA men. They're not men. They're a bunch of snowflakes. They cry every day. It's the Democrats. It's Joe Biden. And like the first guy get in my box, it's Obama. Oh my gosh. Grow up. It's been years since Obama has been here, and you still got Obama's name coming right out of the tip of your mouth. What did Obama do to these guys, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending them straight to hell. Thank you, everyone. And then we got to get out of here.
Silence, you MAGA Dame.
Take care.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up. Get injected with some power.
We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Pull some strings. Level up like a king. Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the top. Rizzler energy, presidential, watch the ops. Drip too saucy, got the fit, hitting real different. 1600 on the throne, out here looking ready. No speedy, I'm the goat, full sharper than a blade.
Have a great rest of your morning.
Make these clowns pay for all the shade. Bustin' moves, my mid, got the game in a choke.
Thank you, Lady Boss.
Now my Lexi hitting is bespoke. From the Bay to DC, I keep them on their toes. Level
I
up
knew that
the
you saw it,
blueprint,
Dave.
watch the empire grow. Ghosted all the fakes, now my circle A1. Moving 100, yeah, this race is already won. Bet I'm dripping, got the power, vision crystal clear. Thick with ambition, yeah, making history right here. Ops talking wild,
Have a
but
great
they
rest of your
cannot
morning,
take
ladies
the
and
throne.
gentlemen.
Posted in the
Same
Oval
time
Office,
tomorrow.
trapping in the zone.
6:30 a.m.
Past the
Yes,
heat,
on
got
Prop
my foot
50.
on the gas.
No Keys, it's
Bulletproof,
Saturday,
yeah, my
be
aura
safe.
is built to last. Slack with the plan, moving chess, not checkers. Presidential flex, got my game on the necklace. Level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin', we ain't gon' never stop. No cap, we lit, yeah. flow on 1,000, 100, 1,600 vibes. Presidential, we found it. Posted in the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. Got the Amex, yeah, 100, no facade. Drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. Yeah, I'm calling shots, got the vision, HD clear. Slap with the moves, turn the dreams into chandeliers. I stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1,600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor. Acting legacy bricks, every bar's a new crown. Trap soul in the White House, DC is the town. Woke up in the mansion, views from the east, being prime. Presidential, residential, got the poles and the clock. No cap, I'm the vibe, turn the calm in the storm. Got the globe, dropping bombs like I'm reading out a song. Ops trying to glitch, but my code is unbreakable. Skibidi through the storm, legacy unshakable. Moving through the air, got the city in my grip. Hitting real potent, make the whole world flip. Busting off the charts, got the game in the trance. Drip 280, yeah, make you wanna dance. Level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin', we ain't gon' never
Have a great rest of your
stop.
morning.
No
We
cap, we
are
lit, yeah.
outta
Flow on
here.
1,000, vibe president.